And tonight we're taking a closer look into the background checks that child care workers go through before they're allowed to spend time with your children.
We started digging into the process after 2 Radford Adventure Club employees were arrested. Since then, we found out both women have criminal histories, which the club's founder says she knew nothing about. WSLS 10's Bethany Teague explains how the background check process is supposed to work.
We sat down today with the director of the Pulaski County Department of Social Services. He says background check requirements for child care workers are stricter than they used to be. However, they are anything but airtight.
There's nothing that's going to be foolproof, unfortunately.
Virginia law requires criminal and Department of Social Services background checks once every 3 years for child care employees. But what happens in between those 3 years could be anybody's guess.
There is this kind of gray area where someone, if they wanted to try to hide something, could possibly do that.
If a child care worker commits a particularly violent crime or a crime against a child, it's likely DSS would be involved and could notify the employer. But for less severe brushes with the law, daycares and parents are at the mercy of the guilty worker to self-report.
The standards every 3 years, I'm okay with that, but you do need to have a presence in your company so that your staff can report.
But even if workers do report to their bosses about a problem or a red flag appears on their background check, that doesn't always mean daycare families will know about it. While many court documents are public record, criminal histories and social services cases are not.
Unfortunately, in most cases, the only way you can find out there's a problem is when something bad happens.
The general public can only obtain someone's official criminal history if the person in question gives their permission.
There's always a fine line with protecting the privacy of individuals as well, but also making sure the children's safety is also in that equation.
The DSS does have a list of what it calls barrier crimes. That means by law, if a person has been convicted of any crimes on that list, such as child abuse or sexual assault, they cannot be hired to work with children. Now, welfare fraud and bad checks, which are the previous crimes in question for the Radford Adventure Club employees, are not on that list. In the NRV newsroom, Bethany Teague, WSLS 10.